Hello guys, welcome back to BMFU. Today's video is slightly different from my previous videos. In my previous videos, I've given the case studies of companies about their success stories and their failure stories. But in today's video, I'm gonna give the case study regarding the stock market crash that occurred in the United States in the late 90s. Yes guys, as you saw in the thumbnail, today's video is about the dot-com bubble. So without wasting any time, let's begin. What was the dot-com bubble? Dot-com bubble was the rise in the share prices of the tech or internet-based companies in the share markets of United States. It is known as dot-com bubble because the tech or internet-based companies had .com in their names. For example, Amazon.com, Yahoo.com and Pets.com. Dot-com bubble is also called as dot-com boom and internet bubble. The rise of dot-com bubble. Dot-com bubble rise from 1995 to 1998. During these years, the internet-based startups received fundings very easily. The investors invested in these type of companies blindly. They poured huge amount of money without even knowing the business model of the companies. These type of companies received massive fundings through IPOs. Due to this hype, the share prices of these companies doubled and tripled within a month. Watching this, many fake companies were established. Their motive was to loot the money of the investors. The burst of dot-com bubble. Even after receiving massive fundings, most of the companies didn't even launch a single product. The investors found no progress in the companies. There was no revenue growth and the profit earning was not at all there. The companies had drained up the fundings by spending on luxurious offices and cars and expensive vacations. Then the investors lost trust about the tech companies and started to take back their investments. Finally, in 1999, the dot-com bubble bursted. I mean, the stock markets in the United States crashed. This affected some of the genuine tech companies like Amazon and eBay and also affected the blue chip companies like Intel, Cisco and Oracle. The dot-com bubble burst lasted till 2002. Between 1999 and 2002, most of the tech companies became bankrupt. The new tech startups didn't receive fundings, so even they got closed at their early stages itself. At last in 2003, the stock market started to recover and parallelly the economy of United States was also recovering. Okay guys, now we've come to the end of the video. So what are the lessons we learned? Today's lesson part is a bit different. We'll not analyze the case study point-wise. Instead, we'll analyze on the basis of two persons' point of view, entrepreneur and investor. The first one, entrepreneur point of view. Guys, in the video, I said that companies like Amazon and eBay were also affected by the market crash. But these companies survived it and are the market leaders today. But how is this possible? Because these companies are tech giants today, not at that time. At that time, these companies had just got listed in the stock market. They were newbies to the stock market, yet they survived the market crash and are the market leaders today. These businesses survived the market crash and grew so humongous because their fundamentals were strong enough and their business ethics were good. If you are in a business or if you want to start a business, keep the fundamentals as strong as possible and have good business ethics. Do the real business, because the companies which do fraudulent businesses, how much ever big they may become, but very soon they will fall down and they'll end becoming bankrupt. Second one, investors' point of view. Guys, why did the bubble rise and burst? It's because the investors invested in the companies which had .com in their names without even knowing their businesses, their products and their services. Many of the companies were fake, and when the reality of these companies came out, their market value fell down, and that's why the investors lost their money. If the investors had made proper research before investing in these companies, probably they wouldn't have lost their money. The same thing applies even today. Most of the investors just invest in the companies which are trending and where their share prices are increasing day by day. We don't do proper research about the companies before investing. On the other hand, before purchasing a mobile, we do an extensive research. We ask our friends, relatives, neighbors, visit many websites and stores, and finally purchase a mobile phone which loses 50% of its value just after 1 year. This process takes 1 week and sometimes 2 weeks. But when it comes to investing, we don't even sacrifice 30 minutes to do the proper research. See, the lesson is only this much. Before investing in a company, please take at least 15 to 20 minutes to do the proper research. I'm a stock market investor. In my future videos, I'll share my experiences, the lessons I learned and how I do the researches before purchasing the stocks of the companies. Okay, that's it for today guys. If you found the video useful and love the content, please like, share and subscribe, and make sure you follow BMFU on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description. If you are watching this video on Instagram or else Facebook and haven't yet followed BMFU, please go follow because I keep posting daily motivational content on the pages. Yeah, that's it. I'll meet you in the next week with a new video.